this out. And stay down. What a waste.
Yagami, why are you here?
Oh, hey, Nabe-san. And you were...
It's Sakurai.
Oh, right.
I take it you didn't just happen to be in the neighborhood.
Let's just say some friends of mine have a real keen sense.
Excuse me, pal.
The Sawa case. Why aren't you going after RK? Or are you and you're just keeping me in the dark?
This isn't the place to talk about that. What the... Hey!
I get the feeling something's keeping you guys from doing your job.
You want to say that again?
Sakurai,
Huh?
need to take a piss, Yagami? You're looking hydrated.
Yeah, good call.
Then let's.
Damn. What's he up to?
Nice spot you brought me to. Very romantic. Do the cops really believe
We wouldn't be looking for him if we weren't
to
serious.
arrest Kawana?
His real name's Yu Kitakata. In my eyes, he was suspicious.
What about Soma from RK? He should have been spotted on the nearby cameras too.
He wasn't.
How is that?
Let me rephrase.
What's that supposed to mean?
From the moment Mikoshiba I had a handle on it, but after that murder footage came out, it really stirred shit up. Sawa-sensei's case has me scratching my head too. Someone at the top is trying to keep details.
You're saying the whole fort?
It started with the footage, any footage that had the...
Erase the footage. Are you serious?
Yeah. You heard me. Kawana leaving her place is all that's left. Even the parts where you show up are long gone. Before and after, the only person that the cameras pin the crime on is Kawana himself.
Who would go so far to erase the footage? Who would do something like that?
It's time to let it go, Yagami. Mikoshiba's case and Sawa-sensei's case, they're closing the book. And to tie up the loose ends, and this is the shitty part, Kawana has to die in an accident.
What?
As soon as they track him down, they'll put him into custody and then blame it on negligence. They'll say he resisted arrest and died in the struggle, I guess. Someone clearly wants Kuwana gone, and they have the power to do it.
Come on. Who could have that power?
Kuwana is clearly a target of someone higher up. Even if he sees it coming, he won't be able to stop it. As far as I'm concerned, the case is closed. You wouldn't understand until you've been on the Force. When the team you're playing for is rotten to the core, all you can do is look the other way. As for me, I'll stick to the cut and dry cases for a while. That's what'll keep me an honest cop.
That's bullshit! You'll shut the lid on the trash, ignore the smell of the rot coming from inside and go on pretending it's justice? And then you call that being an honest cop?
Asshole. Did you forget that you were talking to a detective?
You never did answer the question, Nami-san. Who had the authority to erase the security cameras? Who wants Kuwana dead so bad that they do it inside?
Even if I told you, what the fuck could you do about it, detective? Smartass! Leave it alone, Yagami. It's for your own good.
Is that your call? Well, I think I'll be the judge of that.
You little piece of shit! I've had enough! Dead son of a bitch! I think it's time you cooled off, haven't you?
Oh God, no.
Get the next around! Why'd you have to put in?
They broke the lock and forced their way into Sawa-sensei's place. That's when Soma came in. I'm sure she was terrified. When I found her, her eyes were still open. And I could see the tears. Yet the police are going after Ko, and the cops that were there know he is an assassin, so it'll be my voice you hear instead of hers. And if you have any idea who might be... Is there anyone on the force?
But the moment we opened Sawa-sensei's case, they didn't point to your guy Soma. Hilarious, isn't it? We were the...
Where'd the info about Kitakata come from?
Not sure. About the National Police Agency said it.
Public security? Why is public security involved in Sawa-sensei?
Seems they were interested in Arcade's criminal network. You know how after the... Well, public security, even if you catch these guys, you're able to just take...
Wait, so they want RK on the streets? Is that why they're brushing...
RK goes down and, purely speaking, for the public...
Unbelievable.
Not that they'd ever say that. If you believe public security...
What the hell? Do they even have a reason?
Not that I'm aware of. No priors.
Then...
The man know they had plenty. They're the ones who...
That doesn't make...
Look, as far as they're...
So that's...
Right.
So who's running the show?
I wasn't told. Yeah, Watanabe speaking.
Huh?
Right. Got it. Kawana's been spotted.
Seriously?
Didn't say for sure.
Where's he at?
Fukutoku-cho.
Komi Jewel?
Apparently it means spider.
And Kawana's there?
You're not gonna say you got that from me, right?
I don't have much time. I'm sure that's why you're
If you find it,
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございました。
What a waste. For real? And stay down.
Yagamishi, it's me. I have an update for you. It seems Kawana has been spotted in Ijincho.
Yeah, in Komi Jewel, right? I'm headed there now.
Ah, fastidious.
Already?
They're probably gonna...
Public sec...
An accident.
Long story short.
Almost. In the meat?
Appreciate that.
This is Tsukumo. Yagamishi, please come in.
Hey, I think I'm in front of Komichu.
Indeed you are.
Then you'll notice the cops block the road.
Not to worry. I've already looked.
Way to go. So, what should I do?
Can you see the white car that's parked in front of the barricade?
Yeah, I can.
There's a really small gap on the side of the car. You should be able to fit through it. It'll be a tight squeeze, I'm sure, but I have no doubt in your agility, Yagamishi.
Yeah, but what happens if I get spotted?
You can leave that part to me.
いたぞこっちだ
Tsukumo, where should I go from here?
Komi Jewel proper seems to be located behind those construction fences. There's one door in the fence, so that's your best bet.
Tsukumo, can I get a hand?
Just leave it to me.
いたぞこっちだ
I see now. Tsukumo, keep navigating for me. And let me know as soon as you find Kawana. Huh? It's weird. Hello?
Kitakata-sensei! Show yourself! Come on, get your ass out here!
Relax with the yelling, will you? You're giving away our location.
How am I supposed to relax? This shit's intense.
Shh, shh, shh.
Sugiura?
Didn't Tsukumo-kun tell you I was on my way?
Yeah, suppose he did.
Yagami-san, all these guys...
Does that mean RK beat the police?
No, not exact. But maybe I'm
No,
wrong.
that was
But what?
someone in a... Insane or not?
I don't.
Good question. Aren't there people from Komichi? Maybe we can ask...
Worth it. That looks like a lot of arcade muscle to me, Yagami-san.
Yeah, but if that many are out searching, the silver lining is that they don't have a lead.
True. I don't see anywhere else we can go. So let's go up those stairs.
Looks like this is the highest we can go.
Yagami-san, we've got arcade coming in from below, too.
Let's find another route on this floor. Suspicious. Hey. Hey. Suspicious. Hey. Suspicious.
Yeah, we should... Yeah. There we go.
Damn. Wish I was that nimble.
Yo, you guys are Comey Jewel, aren't you?
Huh?
Komichu? Us?
What's going on here, man? This place is empty. Lead the way, would you?
Yagami-san. They seem like RK.
I'd rather not have to.
So,
Yeah.
Yagami-san. Looks like the top floor is up ahead. There's a room on this side. I wish we'd had some sign of Kawana-san, but maybe we'll... Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Man, where is this fucking guy? This shit's taking forever. Yeah.
Then what do we...
Seems like Kawana...
Let's find out about.
You can
well,
ex-
okay. Hello, gentlemen.
You with the Comey?
Well, that's kind of sad.
What's going on here?
Yagami-san?
Yagami, a detective? Just get fuck yeah.
Great. More of them. You guys came looking for Kawana, right? What were you gonna do?
We were just told to catch him.
You sure the plan
I
wasn't?
said I don't...
Who gave?
Hey,
Hey, how come you?
I was just... Kuana's not here.
Huh?
That intel was fake. We were the ones who put it out.
You live here?
Normally, it's us,
Huh?
Yes. Seeing as were he any...
So Kawana...
We'll have to clear...
Sorry.
As you said,
Where's he hiding
under
out?
the protect...
Kawana act...
Bear in mind.
So, where do we find Kuwana-san?
I'm sure the...
Oh, what?
Now let's get there before...
Yeah, let's go.
And stay down.
So, you're Yagami Aniki? Will you be coming inside?
Sure, let me pass.
This way.
Bro, hey man. Welcome back, friends.
Tesso Aniki? Do I have to call you that?
Take a seat. And you too, buddy.
This'll be fun.
And which of your names should we be using for you now? Kawana? Or do you prefer Kitakata-sensei?
Kitakata's a name that's been all but murdered by society. And Ijincho, I'm just a merry old handyman Kuwana-san.
If you ask the cops, you're the murder suspect, Kitakata. After killing Sawa-sensei, you fled the scene. At least, that's the story the police top brass are passing down through the ranks. Now, why would they say something like that about you?
Calm down, Yagami. How come you never relax?
So Kawana hired you guys. If that's the case, you really went all out for me.
Didn't I tell you? The Liumang accepts Tesso didn't know.
That's just how it is. Nothing.
You really aren't...
He's a former high school teacher who's going around killing bullies. Can't be much more to...
And you've got my...
You mean the
very good. Oh,
Fine. And I'm gonna light up.
you were just over at Komijou, weren't you? RK was looking for me there. The police even lent them a hand.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm even more confused. I give up. Who has influence over both?
Here to venture.
They'd be the...
I haven't...
Oh?
Red knife. As in RK.
I know. Why is...
Right.
Don't...
Reiko... There's a chance...
Public
It was all public.
Hey.
Kawana had his former students kidnap Shinya Kawai in Kamurocho 5 years ago. Kawai was killed after that. Before you killed Kawai, you approached Reiko Kusamoto about the prospect of revenge, didn't you? Ahara told us that. Before taking... Did you make the...
What if I...
She's the vice... If you... And if you... Before that...
Have me
I would...
I...
Something...
Unfor-
And what's that?
I did, and just as you
And?
said, from that point on. So, but the fact which mean...
Sure.
Hey,
She was
Why?
staying. She and she took it just like I...
She killed
Afterward.
Damn.
I was the only on that day, and I was the...
this sounds...
Even so, besides,
Then who did-
well, I'd say you... I'm sure. I imagine...
Either way. So if it isn't...
An enemy?
Yeah. Nothing would be more... Or... Is that what... If they wanted to take...
Right. Plus, all just...
I read some article.
So the...
He's just an
Hey.
example.
So who... They must have... That puts... And if they discovered that Kawhi also vanished...
Regardless, that wouldn't account for the rest of the incidents where a bully ended up dead. You'd know. You're the one going up and down the whole country killing them off, aren't you? Kawhi makes number 7.
7? Damn, man.
It wouldn't take much to connect the dots. It'd lead straight to her. Reiko Kusamoto. Then they'd know that she was among the victims who got her revenge.
Yeah. And then, to Ahara's case. The link between him and Kusamoto is clear as day now if you know what you're looking for. That link is Sawa-sensei. It took me a while, but I connected the two cases together myself. It was RK. She never should have even been on their radar. In fact, they traced your name from her. Sawa-sensei knew. She suspected you were involved with the Mikoshiba murder in one way or another, right? You don't care. You see your killing spree on these former bullies like you're doing the country a service. In your eyes, this is vengeance. Actually, no. You'd call it justice, wouldn't you? Except... Sawa-sensei wouldn't have died if it was.
That was never my intent. She shouldn't have died.
No. You don't get to just brush her off like that. Like an afterthought. You had to have known you'd go down for this eventually. And you're fine if all your old students like Yui Mamiya go down with you. By then, why would you look back at your trail of blood? Why would you clean up all your carnage? It's not your problem, right? You move forward with one purpose. Send as many bullies to hell as you can. Beyond that, you don't give a shit what happens. Sawa-sensei died in tears. You didn't see what I saw. The fear she must have felt was still frozen on her face. You, Ahara, Reiko Kusamoto, you're all murderers. And so far, all of you have gotten away with it. So why did Yoko Sawa end up having to pay the price? Tell me, will you even be able to look her in the eye when you die?
I doubt it. That's gonna follow me well into the afterlife. So what now, then? March to the cops and turn myself in?
You should. If you don't do exactly that, no one will know why she had to die, and that'll be the end of her story. Everyone will keep on dancing around her death, even though she was completely innocent. Just like the cops are doing.
Afraid I can't do that. If I turn myself in now, there's only one thing that happens. Public security takes me out. And worse, Reiko Kusamoto would be compromised. And that, I will never allow to happen. Of all the people involved in this, she deserves to walk free. Her revenge was justified.
You think so?
All she did was scrape off the scum of the earth that pushed her only son into an attempted suicide. She didn't sit around crying about a legal miscarriage. She took justice into her own hands. No one has any right to indict her for that. So don't go there. Nobody lays a finger on her.
Hey, skinny ginger kid. Looks like this is gonna turn into a little more than a chat.
Good thinking.
So is your plan to kill me too? Anyone who interferes with your justice, we all get added to your body count, don't we?
The punishment fits the crime. You're just blind. If you can't see that, then you can go to hell!
Stay out of my way. Let's go. Bring it up. How long has this been going now?
I lost track.
Call it?
Nah. They're gonna tire out eventually. Beating the shit out of each other is the way some people communicate.
I can see that.
There we go. Now let's stop them.
Yeah, it's about that time.
Haven't you had enough yet?
What? You think it's time to give it a rest?
Hell no. Stay out of our way.
You're not looking so hot.
You got lucky I stopped when I did, you know. I had a move lined up with your name on it.
You're the one who got lucky as far as I'm concerned. I was about to kick your ass.
What a fucking mess, guys. Hey, both of you.
One of our higher-ups cooked this himself. It wouldn't look good if it...
Not a problem. This stuff's great.
So that means...
Right, but that's only
Well, someone up, no matter... Unfortunately.
public security.
Agreed.
And I get...
Huh?
Tell me, who? That'd be by the time you... But what if you watch each other's... You might...
Yeah.
Sure, I'm on board with that.
Fine, but this is...
Okay.
No.
Right.
We have the
Then
element.
we'll use it to... If public security... They're the experts in wiretapping
How?
in us. We'll just give her a call.
Right here?
Yes. That... And...
You saying we made...
Actually.
Huh?
Whoa.
Good.
5 years ago.
So you have...
If it hasn't...
What is it then? We're gonna... That's why we're
How's
gonna...
that
We'll
work?
use chess to do... First we...
Which means... A truce for the time
Only one.
Cheers. Hey,
Two of them.
just like... Yeah, let's go.
Great.
Let's go.
What a waste. Why is this all that? Really, guys?
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, oh, use the phones, and we can. Yeah, and where is? Okay.
Let me...
wish you and stay down.
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございました。
Really, guys? Let's go. Stay down. I wish you What a waste. This must be the construction site Tsukumo was talking about.
This is Tsukumo. Yagami Sheep, I've confirmed your position.
Yeah. I think I can spot whoever comes close from here. I'm gonna call Kawana on the burner now.
Understood. It's Kawana.
You ready? I'm about to call Reiko Kusamoto. Once you're connected, you take it from there.
It's been 5 years since I last spoke to her.
Yeah. Can't imagine this won't be awkward.
I know. Okay, do it.
Yes, hello?
This is Kitakata, from Kurakawa Academy.
What?
You'll have to forgive me for this, but the position I'm in required me to reach out to you. I would never have done this otherwise. I should also note, there's a high probability this phone call is being tapped.
I see. Very well, then.
It's been 13 years, Kusumoto-san.
So it has.
Kitakata-sensei. I've read about your accomplishments. To think you'd become a vice minister.
You never really know how things are going to work out.
But that's not true at all, Kusumoto-san. You were always destined to move up in the world. I've got to be honest with you. A woman as virtuous and as capable as you deserves the world and then some.
But how is Mitsuru-kun?
I'm afraid he's still asleep. Nothing's changed.
I see. I wish I had the words.
What is it you wanted?
If you've been watching the news, you probably already heard. I've become a prime suspect for a crime. They think I murdered Yokosawa in her apartment.
I've heard.
Obviously, it wasn't me who killed her, of course. Do you happen to remember Sawa-kun by any chance?
The girl from your class. She was the only one of those students who ever came to visit Mitsuru. But even then, that's been at least 10 years now. I got a letter from her once. She wanted to tell me she'd become a teacher. But I never did reply. And that was the last I'd heard from her.
I see.
So back to my question. What do you want?
I hope you weren't planning to ask me for a favor. I'm afraid the answer would be no.
No, it's not that. It's just... I wanted to let you know that at some point, someone may come to you to ask a few questions about me. I thought I should give you a heads up. I'll make every effort to ensure they won't cause any trouble for you, Kusumoto-san. I'm sorry about this. I'll try to handle it from my side.
So in your opinion, then, do you believe anything related to you could cause me any trouble?
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll be just fine.
We're almost to the signal. Kill the headlights.
2 cars inbound. Looks like we were right on the money. This proves Reiko Kusamoto's phone is compromised. And if there's one organization capable of tracing a call and moving on it, it's gotta be public security on the hunt for Kawana.
Public security is really coming straight to you by car?
No. There's no way they could mobilize their people that quickly. My guess, it's gotta be the prefectural police that they've got in their pocket. Or it's just RK.
I will say it's been great to hear your voice again. But this should be the last time you ever hear from me. I'll try my best.
I understand. Goodbye.
Hey, look. It's a drone. It has a phone attached to it. Shoot it! Shoot it down!
You sure?
Just take it down! Hurry it up! Hey! What the fuck are you aiming at?
I can't hit it! It's too small! Shit!
Damn, dude. How the hell are we supposed to chase down a drone? And where the fuck is this Kuwana guy?
Who knows, man? They called us in to catch this shithead, but how the hell are we supposed to do that? It's fucked up. Do we look like spec ops?
Yeah, right. But at least you gotta shoot that thing.
This is my second time, actually. I took a few shots at some kids in a park. I aimed at the ground and sent those little shits running for their lives.
We're done here. Pack it in.
That's 6 punks and only 1 gun between you by my count.
Who the fuck are you?
It was you guys in charge. I'm sure Kuwana would have had this whole thing solved a long time ago. Well, then again, I suppose I do have to give you credit for how fast you made it here.
That was my gun, asshole!
Who's the one giving the orders? You may as well just level with me. You guys are RK's bottom rung, right?
It sounds like you must know Kuwana. Well, I guess we're not gonna be leaving here empty-handed after all. Come on! We're taking this guy in, boys! Fuck him up!
Ah, you morons.
Let's go!
Who sent you here?
The order came from the head honchos in RK. Not that high up. It was one of the bosses. There's a bunch of... They just said to...
Tell me, gentlemen. I suggest you quit RK. Otherwise, they'll keep... You'll end up in a ditch.
Yes?
Pardon me. You would be Reiko Kusamoto, correct?
Sir. It's a little late for this. And how'd you get in here in the first place? I've expressly forbid having visitors.
Come now. I'm a coordinator with the National Police Bureau, but I'm sure you're familiar with my Division of Public Security. Bondo is my name, ma'am.
Are you now? Well, I'm afraid coordinator is rather vague.
I have a more public-facing title as well, of course. But I'm trying to be discreet here, so let's not get bogged down with minor details. It's in our best interests. I'm afraid that won't help. I've already seen to that.
What is this?
There's a question I need answered with some urgency, Kusamoto-san. It concerns the disappearance of a certain individual.
Huh.
About 5 years ago, a man vanished off the streets of Kamurocho. I'm sure you'll recognize him. A former classmate of Mitsuru-kun here, Shinya Kawai. I believe there are things you might know. I can say that with some level of certainty, as a matter of fact.
A shadow looms over Yagami and Kuwana. Japan's National Intelligence Agency, Public Security, fixes its gaze on Reiko Kusumoto of the Ministry of Health. 5 years ago, Kuwana prompted her to take revenge on Shinya Kawai for pushing her son to the brink. Secrets can only lie dormant so long, and upon their waking, chaos ensues.
You've done it again, Tsukumo. Can't believe you found it.
I figured Mitsuru Kusumoto would be in one of the better hospitals around the health ministry. That narrowed it down to just a few
And that led you to Toto.
Yep. Reiko Kusumoto has been visiting. If you gentlemen want to meet...
Yagami. Well, she's at the top. If they had... And if she so in theory...
Totally agree with you.
But Kuwana-san...
Yeah.
So, it just means we got prepared.
Got it.
See ya.
So what do you got any old acquaintances in RK?
You forget who you're talking? I knew it.
Thanks.
I'll be...
Yeah. Turns out he's got extra time on his hands.
Why don't you hire him at your office?
Christ.
What are you? Don't worry. I'll give it back to you after this. I'm sure it's bugged, and we wouldn't want anyone listening in now, would we?
We'll take a few laps around the block and then drop you back off at the hospital. Sorry, but we just need a bit of your time.
Very well. Who are you people?
We're just local detectives, but Kitakata-sensei is an acquaintance of ours. We know about Mitsuru-kun, and we know that 5 years ago, a man named Shinya Kawai mysteriously disappeared and died.
I have no idea what you're saying.
But you do. I know how this must come across right now, so I assure you, we aren't the ones posing a threat.
Fine. What is it you want, then?
All I want is the truth, in your own words, about Shinya Kawai, and how you carried out his murder.
You're mistaken. I didn't do it.
The other day you received a call from Kitakata-sensei, didn't you? He goes by the name Koana now, and works as a handyman in Ijincho. He made that call because we need—
Confirm what?
Whether or not you were being watched.
Public security.
As it turns, that kind of trace, unless they want to hit you where you're vulnerable. And that's what you are now, after Koana. Do you understand, Kusumoto-san? You must really be— You were never in the— That's why you don't combine all— You're cleaning things you know— I understand, I think—
I have more— And I have no doubt public's to be quiet and not with the more
Are you
the world, but if you in that regard— Enough, so the fact—
So to these—
I get—
Yeah, not an—
Yeah.
An active— You're at— What would— I'm getting the detail— Even after— But if they—
How—
That not only— So that— I think it's—
Wait, he—
Koana— Does anybody—
I have—
Or— because—
Yeah.
Do you have—
What they want, an independent insert in other words. They believe in—
I mean,
Of course, but if we— That's—
Okay, you did— To be in here— Her position— Not if it—
so—
Exactly. I'm guessing—
That's an assumption.
How's your—
He could wait. We transferred it.
I have to— I do.
Aside from Kawhi, I don't think they really— I bowed. It was— That's when I knew.
And your salute—
If you are—
I get it now. Let me reiterate. We are not your enemy.
Then
Anything—
I do. He needs to run. Far away. If public security has their sights on him, his capture is not a question of if, but when. He's in danger if he remains in the country. And once public security has him, they will extract everything he knows.
You mean he'd be tortured?
Yes. No one.
They would expose—
Most likely.
I get that.
What?
Because in my opinion, you need to turn yourself in, Kusumoto-san.
You want me to admit to manslaughter? You think I killed a real man? I say he was less than one. Shinya Kawai. He was little more than a subhuman brute. And you saw it. You saw what that brute did to my son. I hated Kitakata-sensei. He was an incompetent teacher. An idiot who turned a blind eye to Mitsuru being tortured. But that changed when he suddenly showed up 8 years later. And then he showed me that video. He said, every bully in that video, they deserved to be punished. That it was the only way to get closure.
You took him up on it? But you of all people should have known better.
True. You're right about that. I struggled with it quite a bit. It's an unconscionable act, no matter how deep your animosity runs. But Kitakata-sensei's words hung on. I couldn't get them out of my head. I saw for myself. I went to Kamurocho, where I'd heard Kawai was working, at a girls' bar. So you know, after Mitsuru jumped that day, Kawai came to me in tears to apologize. I hadn't seen him in all that time. If he'd frozen in place when he saw me, if he'd been the slightest bit apologetic, I might have been able to stay my hand.
I take it he didn't do any of that.
Right. He didn't even recognize my face. And that's hardly the worst part of it, actually. When he saw me, he took me for some bawdy cougar on the prowl for young men. If you've got the cash, I'll show you a good time, he said. All those tears he'd shed years earlier were a farce. But I knew that. Deep down, I'd already known that. That was it. That was the moment I lost all doubt about killing him. And as for those other kids who bullied Mitsuru, they should thank me they didn't share his fate. But that's why. That's why I don't feel like I have any sins to atone for. Every night I pray he will wake up. What more can you ask me to endure?
Kuwana said something similar. But you think you can repeat all that? This time say it to her.
Isn't that Sawa-san?
You and Kuwana can congratulate yourselves. You got vengeance on a monster. But what you're choosing not to see is that your actions had consequences for her. It's vicious. I've seen this before. Justice for one at the cost of another. Someone innocent always pays the price. I won't just sit here and watch as history tries to repeat itself. This phone isn't being traced by anyone. So, if you have a change of heart, just give me a call before you turn yourself in. That's all I had to say. We're back.
Right here okay, Yagami-san?
Yeah. I'm gonna go talk to Kuwana. Need to tell him I met with Reiko Kusamoto.
He's gonna be...
That's true. So,